foul is on Moore, his first, team's first. Haney will shoot 2.
All right, we are here at Glasgow High School. Apologize there. We lost our phone line for some reason. Not sure exactly what's going on with that, but I had to switch over to the cell phone signal here. So we've got everything worked out now, we think, and we do apologize. We've missed about 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. Todd Central right now has a 3-0 lead over Glasgow. Bowen Haney is at the free throw line. He has missed his first attempt, and he's got one more coming. The Todd Central foul was on Preston Moore, his first and the team's first. Haney's second free throw is good, so he gets Glasgow on the board. Bruce, who has that?
Austin Rieger made a 3.
He had a 3. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now let's see if we can reset things here and get things going. As Deontay Tolliver going to take it to the bucket for Todd Central, and he misses the layup. The rebound to Glasgow's Nick Sorrell. Hits it around the finger in the backcourt. Going to go all the way to the basket. He'll put it up, and no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds, they say, by Glasgow. And James Willett is irate. He felt like there was 2 or 3 fouls on that trip down the floor for Nick, and he felt like he got fouled when he got to the basket, and none of them were called. We'll get you these starting lineups in just a moment, brought to you by Express One Source. As soon as we have just a minute. This is Deontay Tolliver with it here between the circles. He'll hand it off to Rager, and now going to give it back to Tolliver. Here's Austin Rager with it out the top of the circle. Glasgow is in man-to-man defense, by the way. Rager guarded by Owen Riddle. He'll give it up here on the right side to Stewart. Stewart going to hand it off to Tolliver. He dribbles to the right elbow. The 14-footer good.
Joe, I think it was Tolliver that hit the 3 rather than...
Think so?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was 12 and it was 2, I believe.
All right. 5-1 lead for Todd Central to open this ball game. Todd Central is in a 2-3 zone defensively. Sorrell going to drive the left baseline, kicks it out to Riddle. Owen's going to try a 3 just left of the circle. He got it. First field goal of the night for Glasgow. Pulls the Scotties back within 1. They trail 5-4 with 4:10 to go here in the first period. Tolliver going to bring it across. He'll give it Rager a 3 left corner. That is in and out, no good. And the rebound to Nick Sorrell for the Scotties. Nick throws it ahead to Haney in front court. Bowen dribbles around his defender down to the baseline, took a big bump, and that foul will be going on Preston Moore. That'll be his second and the team's second. Sorrell put it in play, comes in to Bowling. He'll dribble up at the free throw line. 14-footers, an air ball, and the rebound to Rager. 3:47 to go in the first quarter. A 5-4 lead for Todd Central. Todd Central comes in here having lost 12 straight games. Rager going to drive to the basket. Shot blocked by Sorrell into the hands of Haney. Nick going the other direction. He'll drive into the paint and he charged, probably. Yep. It'll be his first, team first. Again, if somebody will take a timeout here, we'll tell you about our starting lineups, but just don't have time to do it right this second. Anthony Johnson, a 6'1 sophomore, into the ball game for Todd Central. He replaces Tommy Stewart. Deontay Tolliver brings it across for the Rebels. Gives it off to Morrow at the top of the circle. Bounces left side to Andrews, and now Rager gets it back. Rager comes to the top of the circle, gives it to Tolliver. He'll pull a 3 from the top of the circle. It's good.
I've got him 3 for 3, I believe. I think he hit that first 3.
It's 8-4 Todd Central. Owen Riddle going to try to answer with a 3 in the left corner. That's off the front of the iron, no good. The rebound taken by Tolliver for the Rebels. Tolliver pulls up in the lane, misses the shot, got it back and put it back in. And you're right, Bruce. Tolliver has all 10 of Todd Central's points. It's 10-4. Todd Central with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Now Sorrell driving in, and he will be bumped on the shot. 2 free throws coming for him.
For the shot?
Well, on Amari Andrews, his first team's third, and as Bruce just told you, it is before the shot, actually, so it'll be Glasgow ball out of bounds on the baseline. Here comes Ashton Sherwinski in for the Scotties, a 5'11" sophomore, averaging 2 points and 1 rebound. John Carter Myers also in for the Scotties much earlier than he normally would be because of all the injuries to Glasgow today. Sorrell fouled on a three-point attempt in the right corner, so 3 free throws coming here.
Yeah, I believe it
going on
Andrews.
Amari Andrews with his second, team's fourth. So Nick, a 75% free throw shooter. His first one is no good. Nick had 31 last night in the loss on the road at South Warren. Second free throw, no good either. Rims out on him. He'll have one more.
We're 1 of 7 from the field. We're 1 of 4 at the line.
Tommy Stewart returns to the lineup for Todd Central. So what you're saying is it's a rough start here for the Scotties.
Exactly.
Sorrell's third free throw is good. 10-5 lead for Todd Central with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Deontay Tolliver has all 10 of the Rebels' points. He averages 9 per game, so he's already 1 over that. Tolliver dribbling out near midcourt, guarded by John Carter Myers. Bounces off to Stewart. He's got his back to the basket at the elbow. Now gives it back to Tolliver. He'll throw it out front to Morrow. Underneath, and a bad pass stolen away by Kingery.
Second turnover.
Robert hands it off to Sorrell. Now Sherwinski with it in front court. Back to Nick. Sorrell dribbles around the defender, gets inside, kicks left side to Myers for a 3 in the corner. That's an air ball. And the rebound to Anthony Johnson for Todd Central. Now Morrow brings it across, and he traveled.
Third turnover.
Give you Glasgow starters real quick since we did not get to do that again. They're brought to you by Express One Source, your one source for packaging, janitorial, and office. Call Express One Source today at 270-651-1662. They were Nick Sorrell, a 5'11 senior, Owen Riddle, a 5'9 senior, Bowen Haney, a 6'5 senior, Robert Kingery, a 6'6 senior, and Sam Bowling, a 6'2 sophomore. Again, a couple of changes because of all the injuries Glasgow has. They've got 4 players, 3 that are officially out of this game, and a 4th that they're trying not to play if they don't have to. A foul called here on Tommy Stewart of Todd Central, his first, team's 5th. Glasgow has been just hit very hard with the injury bug in the last 24 hours. 3 injuries last night at South Warren, and then an injury in the JV game this morning to Jackson Poland, who plays quite a bit on varsity. Here's Robert Kingery. He'll turn baseline, put it up, no good. The rebound to Rager. 10-5 Todd Central, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. They have the basketball. Tolliver with it in the jump circle. Going to bounce it off to Johnson. And back out to Tolliver. His pass knocked up in the air by John Carter Myers, but Tolliver gets it right back. Stewart comes to take the pass out here on the right wing. Went out up top to Galima. His pass stolen away by Sorrell. Nick going to go to the basket, and they're going to call a blocking foul here on Keanu Galima, his first, team 6. And that will send Nick Sorrell to the line for 2 shots. The Todd Central starters were at forward Preston Moore, a 5'11 sophomore, Tommy Stewart, a 6' senior. The guards were Deontay Tolliver, a 5'8 senior, Dominic Morrow, a 5'10 senior, and Austin Rager, a 6' senior. Again, those starting lineups brought to you by Express One Source, your one source for packaging, janitorial, and office. Call Express One Source today at 270-651-1662. The first free throw for Sorrell is good. Checking into the lineup for Todd Central is Preston Moore and Dominic Morrow. Let's also tell you that tonight's first quarter action is brought to you by Monticello Bank, where people matter. We invite you to come on in and see what Monticello Bank can do for you. Phone 270-659-0080. Sorrell hits the second free throw as well, as we see Owen Riddle return to the lineup for the Scotties. He'll give Nick a break. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Todd Central on top, 10-7. Preston Moore with it out top. He'll give it up tomorrow. Morrow dribbling around out front. Sawinski goes out to put a little pressure on the basketball to get a count from the official. Now Moore comes back to get the ball. He's checked out here by Bowen Haney at the top of the circle. Moore wants to drive on Haney. Step back at the baseline of the travel. He shuffled his feet.
It's their 5th turnover. Yeah, their guards, they want to do that step back. They punch in and jump back, and they're moving their feet. It was the same way with Tolliver. He tries to shoot that fade away, too.
Stan Bowling back into the Glasgow lineup, giving Bowen Haney a rest here. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bowling with it. Out front. Left side to Sawinski. Back to Bowling. Over on the right side to Myers. And now Riddle with it. Here's Myers. A deep three is no good. And after one quarter of play, it's Todd Central 10, Glasgow 7 here at Scottie Gym. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back after this on WCLU Sports. Back at Scottie Gym, 10-7 lead toward Todd Central after one quarter here in boys action. And Bruce is going to look at the first quarter stats.
Todd Central had 5 turnovers. They're 4 of 9 from the field, 44%, 2 of 3 shooting. The 3, 67%. Didn't go to the line, 8 rebounds, 1 offensive board. Scottie's just 1 of 10 from the field for 10%, 1 of 5 shooting the 3, 20%, 4 of 7 the line, 57, 5 rebounds, all on the defensive end, 2 turnovers.
Todd Central basketball as we get the second quarter underway. Tolliver drives in the lane, spins, puts up a prayer, and it's no good. The rebound put back up, no good by, who was that? That was, no, not 20, 23, I believe, Bruce Andrews. He had that shot blocked by Kingery, and now Glasgow with the basketball.
You see who got the rebound?
I didn't. I was trying to figure out who 23 was for Todd Central. Here's Sawinski in the right corner to Riddle. Out to Sawinski. Now Myers with it. Back to Sawinski between the circles. Over on the right side to Bowling. I know Robert got a block.
Yes.
Sawinski for 3 in the left corner, no good. The ball rebounded by Bowling, and Sam will take it and put it back in. Kingery kept that alive, and Bowling was able to pick up the rebound, and he gets his first bucket. 10-9 Rebels.
Our first offensive board.
56 to go here in the second quarter. Moore drives to the bucket. An awful shot, and it hit the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. It'll be Glasgow basketball.
I don't know if you can't say a shot. I believe you counted a throw. He just threw that ball.
Not a conventional shot.
Looked like he was even a shot put or something. It was very odd looking.
6:47 to go in the first half. 10-9 lead for Todd Central. Scotties have not yet led. So you have the first opportunity here to take a lead. Bowling with the basketball. Throws it out top to Myers. Now Sawinski dumps it into Bowling. Right side to Owen Riddle for 3. Good. And Owen has his second 3 of the day. And Glasgow does lead for the first time at 12-10. Tolliver with it across midcourt. Tolliver to find Rager out on the left side of the floor. He'll give to Morrow. Back to Tolliver, bounces into Rager, who's posting up, spins into the lane. It's got blocked by Kingery. Rebounded by Andrews for Todd Central. He'll send it back out to Morrow, and now Tolliver will come to get the basketball. Tolliver just standing out near midcourt, getting everybody ranged here, and now a timeout going to be taken by Todd Central. 5:47 to go in the first half of play. It's 12-10. Glasgow on top. Back after a 30-second timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on WCLU Sports. 7 to go in the first half here on homecoming night. Again, we will have the homecoming festivities on the air for you here between games. Todd Central with the basketball. Glasgow leads them 12-10. Boys playing first tonight because it is homecoming. Kind of speeds things up, the homecoming activities. Andrews with it out on the right side. Bounces it off to Morrow. Now Rager with it out on the perimeter. Morrow with it again. He'll take it in the lane. Haney almost tied him up. It looked like then Bowen got a block shot as Morrow took it up. Loose ball rebound to Sorrell. Nick going to the basket. He'll put it up. No good. Ball tipped out, and the rebound to Tolliver for Todd Central. He's looking to go coast to coast here. He'll put it up, and he charges the block.
Yep, charge. No basket.
Tolliver picks up his first, the team's 7th. Not sure about that call, but hey, we'll take it. Wasn't a whole lot of contact there. Owen Riddle did a good job to try to get back and draw the contact, but it almost looked like Tolliver got around him a little bit.
We have some of those go against us at times.
We do. That's right. We'll take what we can get. Haney with it, off on the right side to Riddle. Here's Bowling, now to Sorrell. Now Haney, back to Sorrell. Nick thought about a three, gets it back to Haney.
Go to the corner.
To Riddle. Owen drives baseline. He gets it off in there to Swinsky. He missed the shot. Contact let go. Rebounded by Sorrell. Nick goes up, and he got hammered, and the outside official calls that one. And that will be on Preston Moore. That's his third personal, the team's 8. Well, Todd Central's Deontay Tolliver scored 10 points for the Rebels in about the first half of the first quarter, and Todd Central has not scored since that point. No one else has scored besides Tolliver. As we see Logan Burgess check into the ball game for the Rebels. He is a 5'8" sophomore.
Looks like Nick, though, every time he goes in, they're just beating him to death and not calling anything.
Terrell makes one of 2 free throws. It's 13-10 Scottie. 4:35 to go in the first half. Tolliver brings it across. It's to Rager. Now Burgess with it. Off to Tolliver. Now Rager, a long three to the left side. That's an air ball. And out of bounds to the Scotties.
8th turnover.
Not sure that's in Rager's range. It's probably about a 25-footer. Sorrell with it off on the left side to Bowling. Scotties looking to build on a 3-point lead here. Sorrell, a long three, stop in the circle, and it's good. Yep, now with 7 points on the day, his first field goal right there. And a timeout for Todd Central with a full timeout. With 3:56 to go in the first half, Glasgow out to a 16-10 lead. A 60-second timeout. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on WCLU Sports. Top 16-10 over Todd Central with 3:56 to go here in this boys game. We're in the second quarter. Glasgow right now in the midst of a 12-0 run. Todd Central with the basketball. Dominic Morrow put it in play. Tolliver. Glasgow right now on the floor with Sorrell, Riddle, Bowling, Haney, and Sherwinski. Morrow on the drive to the basket. He will charge. Nick Sorrell stepped over and took contact. Morrow gets his first, team's 9th. Not much doubt about that one. Nick was standing still like a statue right there. Todd Central will step back up in their 3-2 zone, the defensive end. Now Sorrell with it out deep on the right side. Gets a pass into the paint there to Haney, and we get a foul away from the basketball called on Glasgow. They say Ashton Sherwinski fouled down there, his first, team second. Ashton was fighting for position down inside. Didn't see what happened. 16-10 Glasgow. Burgess with it out high, going to give it to Rager. Dribbles right, now comes back between the circles, now spins, goes right again, down the lane he goes, and misses the layup. The rebound to Owen Riddle for the Scotties. Owen bounces across the lane to Bowling, and Bowling going to be fouled as he tried to go up for a shot. We'll see if they call it on the floor or on the shot. Or goes on Morrow, and that's the second on Dominique Morrow, the team's 10th. He's 2 free throws. That puts Glasgow in the double bonus, but I think they called it on the shot anyway. Bowling's free throw is no good. Robert Kingery returns to the Glasgow lineup, replacing Ashton Sherwinski.
5 of 10 at the line tonight. We didn't shoot them. We'll have nights where we'll hit 21 of 24. And
second free throw, good. For the most part, it's a good free throw shooting team, but they have had some off nights of mine, for sure. Which everybody does. But on the year, Glasgow shooting 70% of the team from the charity stripe. 17-10 Glasgow. Rager in the lane, hits the runner, and that is a long drought, I think of over 8 minutes long for Todd Central without scoring a point. And Rager becomes the first player besides Deontay Tolliver to score for the Rebels. That ends a 13-0 run for Glasgow. 17-12 Scotties. Sorrell on the drive, down the left side of the lane, got tripped with basketball. Tolliver Starts in, leaves it off with Rager. Goes to the low block. The jumper no good from 8 feet. Kingery with a rebound for Scottie. In front court to Bowen Haney. Bowen on the dribble, now pulls up for a three. No good, too strong. Bowling way up the Glasgow rebound, back up for the shot. Comes off, and the ball still loose underneath there, and Andrews comes out of there with it for Todd Central. Well, Burgess with it out on the left side. Burgess finds Morrow in the corner, a three in the air. It's an air ball, rebound to Haney. Bowling will give it off to Sorrell. 17-12 Glasgow, 1:50 to go in the first half. Riddle drives, hands it off in there to Kingery. Robert going to go up and under, missed the shot, but a foul called. And it's Morrow, I believe it is. It's his third, and it is. So 2 Todd Central starters with 3 fouls here in the first half. Robert Kingery to the free throw line for 2.
I'll say one thing, they contest every shot.
It's part of the reason they've been called for, 12 team fouls?
Yeah.
Or 11 or 12?
That's their 11th, I believe.
Kingery's free throw no good. Myers will return to the lineup for Glasgow, replacing Bowling. And for Todd Central, we see Stewart and Johnson come back in. Second free throw good for Robert. That's his first point of the day. 18-12 Glasgow, 1:45 to go in the half. Tolliver will walk it down the floor. Off here on the right side, it's Stewart. Now Burgess with it. Starts to penetrate, leaves it back out front.
No one got a hand on the ball. We couldn't control it.
Tolliver going to pull for a 17-footer. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Nick Sorrell. Nick looking to push it down the floor. Gets in the lane. Basket. And a blocking foul going to be called on Todd Central.
The other official called it.
That will be Tommy Stewart, his second.
If the outside official...
The officials today, by the way, we've not told you that either because of our issues having problems with the phone line here. They're Tawny Brown, Mark Curry, and John McMillan. And the free throw for Sorrell was good. Second free throw good as well. 20-12 Glasgow. 1:11 to go in the first half. Galima going to give it up out front to Stewart. Stewart working to the elbow. Off to Tolliver. Tolliver works inside the lane. Keeps right side of Galima. He walked the elbow and he trapped.
He stepped one and then he still wasn't open, so he took another.
Yeah, had a defender in his face. He said, well, I'll just take one more step.
Let's see if I can get it off.
50 seconds to go in the first half, 20-12. Glasgow on top. 16-2 run here for the Scotties to have this 8-point lead. Scotties may be looking for the final shot of the half here. Looks like they will. We're down to 30 seconds. Sorrell with it. The deep right corner near midcourt.
We've only got 4 field goals. 9 of our points have come from the line. And of the 4 field goals, 3 are 3.
It's still holding the ball down to 15 seconds now. Start the offense, get the pass off to Riddle. Left side to Myers. John Carter going to fire a 3 up. He got it. And 1 second to go. Tolliver fires up a half-court shot. If the buzzer's no good. And a big 3 there by the sophomore, John Carter Myers. Gives Glasgow a double-digit lead going into the break. 23-12. Scotty's on top of Todd Central. Glasgow holds the Rebels to just 2 points in that quarter. Now scoring them 16-2. Rich, we're back here with you at Glasgow High School, Scottie Gym, where we are ready to start the third quarter of play just about here. It's Glasgow leading Todd Central 23-12 in boys action. And it was be Glasgow to have the basketball. Owen Riddle with it off to Bowen Haney. Scottie's come back with their original 5 starters today, which, if you're joining us late, looks a little different than normal. Glasgow down 3, maybe 4 players to injury. Actually down 4 players to injury here. Owen Riddle going to try a 3. It is no good. And long rebound will be chased down by Stewart for Todd Central. Here's Tolliver with it. Off to Morrow. Will penetrate. The leaner, no good. Rebound taken by Haney. Off to Sorrell. Ahead to Riddle. Sorrell. Now Haney. Bowen. Gets to Nick. Haney again with it straight away. He'll fire up a 3. It's good. First field goal of the day for the senior, Bowen Haney. He now has 4 points.
And 5 of our 6 field goals are 3s.
Glasgow up 26-12. Now a 22-2 run for the Scotties, going all the way back to the first quarter. Morrow with it between the circles. Stewart off on the right side to Moore. Now Morrow down inside, working on Haney. He'll not try to get a shot up. He'll dribble out in the right corner. Now tries to drive baseline. Spins, goes up. Bowen blocks the shot. Loose ball goes into the hands of Kingery. Now Sorrell with it. Nick off to Riddle. Right side to Haney. Bowen going to try another 3. No good. Rebound to Bowling. Sam kicks it out to Sorrell. He'll try a 3 from the left wing. That's short. And the rebound to Rager for Todd Central. 3-on-2 for the Rebels. He'll pull up the foul line. 15-footer barely draws iron. The rebound to Sorrell. Now Nick looking to run. Glasgow has numbers 3-on-2. Off to Bowling. His shot blocked for the foul call. I believe it'll be Tommy Stewart. It'll be his third. Team's first of the half. So Sam Bowling at the charity stripe.
1 of 2 so far tonight.
Free throw is good. 4 points for Sam.
Sam's been getting a lot of minutes the last few games, and you can see the improvement in him.
Second free throw, no good. Long rebound, though, to Kingery for the Scotties. Robert going to dribble around Tolliver, go to the basket, put it up and in. Nice shot there by Kingery. 29-12.
We took it to the end. That was Moore.
Moore takes it to the bucket and lays it in.
Got there quickly.
He did. First 2 of the day for him. 3 left side for Riddle does not go down. The rebound is loose and picked up by Moore for Todd Central. He'll send it ahead to Tolliver. He lost it, picks it back up, goes up, blocked by Sorrell, but a foul called on Nick. It'll be the second on him. The team's first of the half. I want to tell you about the Scottie Band Pancake Breakfast. It's going to be all-you-can-eat pancake, sausage, and a drink. That's Saturday, January 25th, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. here at the Glasgow High School cafeteria. So good calls there to support the Glasgow Scottie Band. Again, that's Saturday, January 25th from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can buy your tickets for $5 a piece. The first free throw was no good there for Tolliver.
First free throw of the night for Todd County Central.
It's only third 3 fouls called on Glasgow in this game. Second free throw is good.
That's Tolliver's first point since about 4 minutes in.
29-15 Glasgow. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bowen Haney out of the right side. Gets a screen from Kingery. Comes to the top of the key. Bowen trying to get inside on Andrews. Can't do it. Now Riddle off the left side to Sorrell. Nick puts it on the floor. Gives to Bowling on a screen and roll. Sam has his shot blocked. Gets it back. Now gives Kingery. Robert, surrounded by 3 Todd Central players, gets the pass out to Sorrell.
I've seen 2 fouls on this sequence. Hard fouls. One against us and one against him, and neither one of them called.
Nick going to give to Haney. Now Riddle with it. Owen gives it up. Trying to go to Haney on the lob, but it was
too deep.
Not a great pass. And now Sorrell goes to the basket with it. No good on that shot. The rebound to Andrews. Morrow with it. Now Rager to Moore. A 3 short. Long rebound here to Sam Bowling. Sam looking to push it down the floor. Throws it ahead to Haney. Bowen for 3. Left corner. Good. Scotties continue to pour in the threes here today, and a timeout taken by Todd Central. With 4:22 to go in the third quarter, Glasgow out to a 32-15 lead It is a full timeout. 4:22 to go in the third. 32-15. Scottie's back after the 62nd timeout here on WCLU Sports. 32-15. Glasgow leading Todd Central here in boys action with 4:20 to go in the third quarter now. Moore drives into the lane. The floater good for Todd Central. That's 4 points now for Preston Moore. Riddle brings it down the floor, picked up by Tolliver. Off to Sorrell. Nick. Good look. Wide open Robert Kingery. An easy lay-in there for Robert. He now has 5.
Nice pass.
So let it get downhill.
Now Moore drives to the lane and throws it away. A steal for Sam Bowling. Sam goes to the lane. 6-footer does not go down. Morrow with a rebound for the Rebels. Gets it ahead to Tolliver. Tolliver drives. Spins left side of the lane. He'll put it up good off the window.
Robert Kingery went straight up, and that looked like that ball hit him in the chest and rolled in.
And now Riddle trapped here at midcourt and throws it away. A steal for Andrews. He'll get it ahead to Tolliver, and he'll lay it in. 3:18 left in the third quarter. 34-21 Scottie. Todd Central coming with pressure. Glasgow able to beat it. Here's Kingery down underneath the basket. He'll put it up. No good. Robert got it back again and draws the foul the second time.
Yeah, the pass was just a... Go ahead.
On Preston Moore, his 4th team second.
The pass was a little deep, and Robert had to get under the backboard, so he couldn't complete it.
So Robert, 1 of 2 so far this evening at the line. He has 5 points. Free throw is good. John Carter Myers, Ashton Sherwinski in for the Scotties. Owen Riddle will come out, and Bowling will come out.
Robert's got 5 rebounds, 2 offensive. He's got 2 blocks, a steal also tonight.
Kingery's second toss is short. And Galima grabs the rebound, goes to the floor, and a jump ball will be called here.
I believe it's their possession.
That is correct. Glasgow 35, Todd Central 21. 3:05 remaining in the third period. This is Burgess with it. Dribbles into the right corner and throws it away. Well, it goes into the back court. I don't think Glasgow touched it. Nope, they didn't. It'll be an over and back violation.
That was their 13th turnover, Joe.
Myers puts it in play to Sorrell, and Nick is fouled on his way to the hoop. And that will go on Dominic Morrow, and that's his 4th team third. Morrow will come out for the Rebels. He'll be replaced by Deontay Tolliver.
That's 2 starters with 4, and their center, Stewart, has 3.
Inbounds pass comes to Myers, a 3 in the air. No good for John Carter from the corner, but the rebound to Nick Sorrell, and Nick got raked across the face as he went back up for the shot, and he's down seated on his behind, and his hands over his face. Foul went on Galima, his second, team's 4th. Nick still seated at the free throw line. The Scotties cannot afford to lose anyone else. Glasgow without 4 players for this game. 3 are officially out, and a 4th, Jaden Franklin. Glasgow is trying not to play if they don't have to. And Nick still seated, and now head coach James Willett will go out to talk to him.
This game's been very physical. It's been very physical, and there's, you said the same thing a time or two with people driving and get hammered, and it's
like Nick He got hit in the mouth, maybe. I'm not sure if he's got any blood.
Busted lip.
Yeah.
Or something. He does have some blood. It's on the floor.
It looked like his lower lip was bleeding.
They're going to have to clean it up before they... I think Coach Cash, the athletic director, went to get some cleanser.
So while they do that, let's remind you that it is homecoming here at Glasgow High School tonight, and we are going to have the homecoming festivities for you on the air. So stay tuned for that. That'll kind of mess our post game up a little bit. We'll get it all in on the post game, but Generally, they will start homecoming pretty quickly after the boys play. The boys, there are a few boys that are involved in the homecoming court that play basketball, so they'll have to take a little bit of time. We may have time to get the stats in before we get the homecoming festivities on, but we may not be able to get our Don Franklin playmaker interview on before the homecoming festivities. If we do not, we will definitely get that on after homecoming, and then also the same thing with the interview of the coach, James Willett. We'll get it all in. It just may not look like it normally does here because it is homecoming. As now they do bring out a towel and some cleanser to get the blood up off the floor right there at the free throw line in front of the Glasgow bench here.
Did Ashton come in to shoot the free throws? Was he in the game or Bowen? Oh.
No, Riddle. Owen Riddle.
Owen had gone out, Andy.
I think we're ready to get back to action here. Owen Riddle is going to step in and shoot the free throws. He's a 75% foul shooter. Owen has not attempted a free throw tonight. He does have a couple of threes in the ball game. Free throw is short, no good. Owen takes one dribble, second one in the air. No good either. And the rebound to Andrews for Todd Central.
He leads them with 5.
35-21, Glasgow on top. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Austin Rager gets it out front to Andrews. Over to Tolliver. Now Kalima between the two circles. Bounces on the left side to Andrews. Out front to Burgess. Now Rager with it. Rager with a runner along the right baseline comes out on him. Kingery with a rebound for Glasgow. Now Riddle. To Serwinski. Ashton bounces it off to Kingery along the baseline. Roberts goes up between two defenders. Missed it. The tip no good by John Carter Myers. John Carter gets it back again. Gets to Haney, and Bowen slams it home. Good look by Myers at Haney, who was slicing down the middle of the lane right there, and Bowen with a one-handed jam. And we get a foul called here on John Carter Myers. As Todd Central brought the ball back down the floor, it'll be his first and the team's second. 37-21 Glasgow, 1:54 to go in the third quarter. Matches Glasgow's largest lead of the day, I believe, if I've got my numbers correct. Rager for 3, and he buries it. 5 points for Austin Rager. 32% three-point shooter on the season.
1 for 3 tonight.
Serwinski for 3. Got it. Ashton answers right back. First point of the day for the sophomore.
Chris to Riddle.
to 24 Glasgow. 1:20 to go in the third. Rager on the drive. A shot blocked by Serwinski. This ball rebound there to Riddle. Owen behind the back in midcourt. Drives. Kick left side to Haney and threw it away. Not a wonderful pass that time by Owen. It was a little bit low. Bowen couldn't quite grab it.
Scottie, 6th turnover.
He's up by 16 with 1 minute remaining in the third. Tolliver on the drive shot, blocked by Myers. Kingery gets the rebound of that block shot. Robert going to send it ahead to Serwinski in front court. Now Haney looking to duck again, maybe, but he missed that one. And the rebound to Tolliver. Tolliver taking it inside, and did he charge or is it a block? It's a charge. Owen Riddle took the contact. And Tolliver with his second personal foul, the team's fifth. Todd Central head coach Dennis Pardue is not a happy camper. And he
can join the club.
He's going to see if he's not careful here. And there it is. There'll be a technical foul on the Todd Central bench. It'll be team foul number 6. And it'll be Bowen Haney, it looks like, who's going to go to the free throw line for the Scotties to shoot 2 free throws. Bowen, a 71% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 on the evening. Free throw is no good.
We know how Coach Purdue feels on the block charge calls sometimes. We just don't scream and holler, we fuss.
Second free throw good for Bowen.
10 points.
41-24. Glasgow by 17, their largest lead of the day now. With 39 seconds to go in the third period. Ashley Sawinski gives to Haney. Bowen has it out near the timeline. Now feeds it over on the left side to Myers. Up top to Sawinski. Dribbles into the paint. Kicks it off to Haney. 3 right corner for Bowen is no good. Rebound picked up into the air and taken by Tolliver for the Rebels. Tolliver's going to go coast to coast here. Shot blocked by Sawinski. Rebound to Robert Kingery. And now Glasgow throws it away. Sawinski had the basketball coming across midcourt. He was trying to hit Owen Riddle on the run and led him too much for the pass.
That's our 8th block.
12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rager slides the baseline and he's off.
Oh, my.
It'll be the first on him, team 7.
No, it's a offensive control, player control. You would think they'd learn. They keep flying into that lane.
4 seconds to go here in the end of the third quarter. Riddle off to Kingery, a turnaround jumper, no good at the buzzer. It's Glasgow 41, Todd Central 24 as we go to the fourth quarter. We're back after this 60-second timeout here on WCLU Sports. Glasgow 41, Todd Central 24 here in boys action as we start the fourth quarter of play. It'll be Glasgow basketball. Currently Glasgow's largest lead of the day. Nick Sorrell is back into the game for the Scotties after going out after being slapped across the bottom of the lip, it looked like earlier. Now Ashton Sawinski will bury a 3 for the Scotties.
Who made the pass? Did you see it? I was figuring.
Here's Burgess off the left side to Andrews. Up top to Moore. Burgess going to try a 3 right wing. Raises the iron. Saved in bounds off of a Glasgow player by Moore. Todd Central will keep it. I believe it was Nick. If I believe it was Nick who made that pass, to be honest with you. If I had to swear to it, I couldn't, but I think it was Nick. And now a deflection down inside by Bowling off the pass from Morrow. Morrow gets it in to Tolliver out on the perimeter. He'll drive on Myers. Did he get John Carter? And well, he did, and Tolliver buries the shot. Myers going to pick up his second, team third. Deontay Tolliver now at the line.
17 points.
He's the only Todd Central player in double figures.
He's the only one even close.
Free throw is good. 44-27. Sorrell drives right around Tolliver, gets to the basket, missed the layup, but Nick able to get his own rebound. He'll dribble it back out. Nick working on Moore this time. Goes inside. Can't get a shot off. Sends it back out. Myers for 3 straight away. No good. And the rebound to Morrow for the Rebels. Morrow into the front court. Dribbles down the lane. Kicks off in there to Moore, and he'll put it in. So 5-0 run here for Todd Central, but the Scotties still up by 15. 6.5 to go in the game. Sorrell guarded out front by Tolliver. Now Sawinski with it. Comes up to the top of the circle. Bounces it back to Sorrell. Here's Bowling. Lobs in the post to Kingery. Robert makes the catch and lays it in. Pass inside that time by Bowling as he threw over the top of the defender who is in front of Robert.
Robert got his attention. Wanted to.
Todd Central almost had a backcourt violation there, but Moore able to chase it down before it went into the backcourt. Now he'll drive to the bucket. His shot no good. Myers with the Glasgow board. And Sorrell. Dribbles around Andrews. Gets it off in there to Kingery. Robert has another bucket. That's now 10 for Kingery.
8 rebounds. He's just 2 away from a double-double.
Andrews with a jumper to the foul line. That's short. Sorrell with a rebound for Glasgow. 48-29, Scottie. 5:26 to play in this one. Sorrell gets right around Burgess, gets to the basket, and lays it in.
He now has 11 and 11 rebounds. 5 assists.
A 3 for Moore from the left wing is an air ball. That was Morrow, actually. I'm sorry. Now Moore with the rebound. Moore goes up from 15. That's an air ball. Tolliver will put it back in, and he's fouled. Glasgow foul on Robert Kingery, his first, team's fourth. Bowen Haney, Owen Riddle back into Glasgow. Serwinski and Sorrell come out. Tolliver now with 20 points on the day. He averages 9 per game, so he's had quite the afternoon. Started out by scoring Todd Central's first 10 points of the day in the first quarter. Tolliver hits the free throw as well, so giving 21. (50-32), Scotty's 4:55 to go. Serwinski, well, no, going to get a whistle away from the basketball. Caught on Bowen Haney, they say, apparently. Oh, no, I couldn't get Robert Kingery. Kingery with his second, team's fifth. I was watching the ball, and that foul was nowhere near the ball, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. .450 to play. Scotty's by 18. Tolliver gives left side to Rager for 3. It is no good. It hits high off the iron and goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Owen Riddle jogs it down the floor. Bouncing in the post to Kingery. Robert gets trapped down inside, and the ball is loose and out of bounds off of Scottie. Bowen Haney dove before to try to save it for Glasgow, but couldn't get there.
Yeah, bounce pass down. A little low for Robert to, get picked up.
Tolliver out near the timeline with it. Dribbles off to the right side. Screen from Rager as he comes back across the top of the key. Now Moore off to Morrow. Takes it inside, spins on Bowling. Shot blocked by Sam, but a foul called. And Bowling, the guilty party, his first, team sitting. So Morrow at the free throw line. First one rolls in. Good.
His first point of the night, Joe.
Averages 10 per game, so
6 from the field.
He has been off tonight. Keanu Galima back in for the Rebels. Second free throw, no good, and the rebound picked up by Bowen Haney off the floor. Just under 4 minutes to go now in this one. Glasgow up by 17, 50-33. Haney, top of the circle with it. To Riddle. Owen goes up the elbow into the lane. Now floats it in the right corner to Myers. John Carter takes one dribble. Here's Kingery. Robert dribbles baseline around the defender and draws the foul.
They bailed him out then. He got too far under, really. 5 on Morrow.
Dominic Morrow's day is done.
So he fouled out with 3:37 to go in the game. 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 shooting a 3, 1 of 2 at the line, and 3 rebounds for 1 point.
18 fouls on the Rebels. Morrow fouls out with Glasgow on top, 50-33, 3:37 to play. And coming in to replace him will be Deontay Tolliver. Kingery's first of 2 free throws is good. Took a high bounce off the back of the iron and came back through. Robert now with 11 points. You gotten that double-double yet, Bruce?
No, I need 2 more rebounds.
2 more rebounds still. Second free throw also good for Robert.
We're going to play some different people, so he may not get it.
52-33, Scottie. Turnaround jumper along the baseline, no good for Anthony Johnson, and the rebound to John Carter Myers. Here's Haney. Owen will give it up to Myers. The Riddle on the wing. Owen had it knocked loose by Moore, but it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Scottie. Ethan Harlow will check in for Glasgow. He's a 6'2 junior. He replaces Robert Kingery. Robert's day probably done with 12 points and 8 rebounds. Harlow, jumper along the baseline, no good. The rebound to Deontay Tolliver. Tolliver drives it off. Shot blocked by Myers. And now Sam Bowling going the other direction. He'll put it up off the window and in.
That's John Carter's second block.
Scottie's had a bunch of blocks today. And Moore with a drive, and he will be fouled.
Gee,
and it goes on John Carter Myers, his third, team 7th.
9 blocks is what I've got.
And we may have an issue here with the score book. Official score, I think, has Ethan Harlow's number is 34 in the book, and he's wearing 32. Of course, Ethan's worn 32 all season. I believe that's what's going on. And it is a technical foul called on the Glasgow bench because of that. Team foul number 8. Preston Moore at the line misses the first technical free throw. Second free throw, no good either.
No, that was I think he shot the fouls.
Oh, that's right. He was fouled, wasn't he? That's right. I forgot about it. He was the one that was fouled. But he's also going to shoot the technical free throws. First one, no good. Brennan Short and Trey Brown have also both checked in for the Scotties. So they're on the floor with John Carter Myers, Ethan Harlow, and Owen Riddle. Moore missed all 4 free throws. Todd County will now get the basketball. Ashton Cherwinski now going to check in for Glasgow, replacing John Carter Myers. (54-33) Glasgow, 2:30 to go in the game. Todd Central has Perez Whitlock in the game, a 5'7" freshman. This is Galima, off to Whitlock. Back to Galima. They get it inside. The shot put up by Johnson comes off no good. It's Trey Brown with a Glasgow rebound. Now Owen Riddle. Owen goes in. It was Harlow. Ethan going to fire up a step-back 3. It's short. And Riddle out of bounds to the Rebels. Ethan had an opportunity to take a 3 a little bit earlier and then kind of Took one dribble, stepped in, then stepped back to fire the three up. I think if he fires up the first one, it might have been a little bit better shot.
You want to shoot it toward going, step toward the bag instead of stepping away.
Burgess with a runner along the baseline. It's good. Todd Central, that's his first point of the day.
First points by a player besides it's not a starter.
54-35 Glasgow. Riddle on the drive, and this is out to Serwinski. Now Harlow. Ethan goes baseline, puts it up, off the window, no good. Brown puts it back up, no good. Brown again with the rebound, puts it up, no good again. Ball batted around and finally cleared out of there by Todd Central's Nate Redding. And Redding throws it away. He was looking for Burgess. Throws it out of bounds with 1:19 to go.
Well, our shooting percentage is not going to be very good tonight. It's a victory.
Yeah, Scottie's up by 19 with 1:12 to go. Of course, Todd Central came in here having lost 12 straight games, so obviously they are struggling as a basketball program right now. It's pass deflected out of bounds by Burgess. It'll stay with the Scotties. Serwinski gets it into Riddle. Back to Serwinski. Now Harlow with it, top of the circle, off to Brennan Short. Here's Serwinski down the lane with it. Out to Riddle for a three. It is no good. And Short tried to save it in bounds. He could not. Well, minus Owen Riddle, we might see quite a bit of these guys on the floor next year for the Scotties. So, of course, Owen, a senior out there. Turnaround shot good here for Anthony Johnson, his first bucket. .33 seconds to go, 54-37 Glasgow. Harlow dribbles into the left corner. Circles back out to the wing. Now up top they go to Riddle. 20 seconds. Riddle. Run around out front against Burgess. Owen takes it to the basket, puts it up, off the window and in. 8 points for Riddle. 4 seconds to go. Whitlock going to fire for a shot just across half court. No good. Final score, Glasgow 56, Todd Central 37. Glasgow now 9-8 on the year. Todd Central falling to 2-13. And we'll come back in a moment and have our post game for you. Again, we've got the homecoming activities coming up between games here as well. We'll get that on the air. First start of the season here tonight, and certainly made the most of it. Of course, you played a lot, come off the bench and played significant minutes, but your first start here tonight, you come up with 8 points. You knocked down a couple of threes in the ball game. Tell me about this performance for you here tonight, Owen.
Well, I just try to play to my strengths and help my teammates, and when I get an open shot, I like to step into it once we step in and fire. That's one of my strengths. I like to take charges, and today I played downhill, and I just helped my teammates out. Did what I could while we had some people injured, and just I'm going to stay for them.
When you say you played downhill, tell me what you mean by that.
Downhill, like how I get in transition with an offensive rebound, get the ball off the floor, and attack the rim.
A little bit of a slow start for you guys in this one, Owen. Of course, you got down 10-4, and then you went on a huge run. I think it was like a 22-2 run or something like that at some point. You think that slow start maybe just due to the fact that you're missing so many guys here and everybody's trying to get you to play with each other with a certain lineup you had on the floor?
Yeah, I think it has to do with that, and that they ran like a zone, and they tried to junk up the game to slow us down, and we like to get in transition and run and be fast, and we couldn't play to our strength there, so we had to slow down and run zone sets to try to get us points in the paint.
Tell me about right now, Owen. I mean, going forward, this team has been playing some really good basketball. You guys have played an extremely tough schedule so far. Do you feel like the schedule that you guys have played up to this point is going to help you out as you go on down further into the season here?
I feel like we're battle tested with the games that we play. We played up in Louisville. We played a lot of good teams. We played Warren Central, got a nice little win out of there. I feel like it'll help us down in the long run in district and region play after we win the district.
I like the confidence. All right, Owen, appreciate you coming out, man. Congratulations. Wonderful ball game. Again, 8 points for you tonight. Had a couple of rebounds as well, a couple of assists on the night. And Owen, appreciate your time, man. Yes, sir. That's Owen Riddle. He is our Don Franklin playmaker. The Don Franklin family of dealerships would like to introduce the newest member of the family, Don Franklin Chevy Cadillac Nissan in Glasgow. Check out their extensive inventory of new and used vehicles online at donfranklinauto.com or give them a call at 270-678-1300. And before we get head coach James Willett on here, we need to take another timeout. James, if you'll bear with me just 1 second. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and continue our post-game coverage here from Glasgow High School. Back after this on WCLU Sports. Okay, we are back here at Glasgow High School, and again, Glasgow's boys defeating Todd Central 56-37. And Glasgow now 9-8 on the year, and we are joined by head coach James Willett to talk about this one. James, kids, you had to play with, with some different kids here tonight that you have not normally had to play with on the varsity level, and they played significant minutes because you guys have just been slammed with an injury bug the last 24 hours. You're basically without 4 players tonight who all typically play some significant minutes for you on the varsity level. It's been a tough 24 hours, hasn't it?
It is. Of course, it's well documented. Since I've been over here, we've had some of that. Some of it has happened with basketball, and some of it's happened in other sports. It's one of those things you can't really do much about. But I think the good news here is that most of the guys that are down right now, it appears that they're going to be able to make a comeback at some point in time this season, maybe within the next week or so.
I know Jaden Franklin specifically, James. Let me ask you about that one because I think his may be the least of the concerns as far as injuries are concerned right now. Do you feel like he will be available to go on Monday in the first round of the Class A?
Possibly. It just depends what happens between now and the next 48 hours. The news seems really good. It's just a comfort issue right now, and maybe a little bit of psychological issue. But you don't want to put a kid in a situation where he's uncomfortable. That's number one. That's the number one thing. But Jaden feels pretty comfortable about it. He warmed up with us tonight. Just didn't want to put him out there and grind him down if we didn't need to, didn't have to. And that was good just to see him come out and just get in uniform, just to be available if needed. That tells you all you need to know about him and what kind of man that he is and what kind of teammate that he is. But had some other guys step up tonight. Did a really good job for us. I'm really big on this sophomore class. They're playing behind the senior class. That's pretty full and talented as well. But they're having a good JV season. We went over to Greenwood today. Went 1-1. Of course, Sam's not playing with us on JV anymore. Yeah, Sam Bowling. Greenwood beat them by 5, and then with the ACS over there, Jackson Poland went down in the ACS game. But all these guys bring something unique and different.